Stop. Again, so this is way through which the evaporation take place. It also evaporates from the some of the surface area and directly from the vegetation. So that the huge amount of water condense because of the evaporation from the different types of the process that is being involved on the earth surface, that vegetations and all the plants, it's also trans-evaporate and lot of moisture that being evaporated, trans-evaporated in the atmosphere and which help in the formation of clouds. So whole this process again the gaseous water just move to the atmosphere in the forms of gases, again condense and then take precipitations and rainfall. So this way the whole water just melting from oceans to be part of rivers and melting from snow to be part of different types of rivers, reservoirs and oceans, and again it's evaporate in the forms of gases and the condense into the forms of clouds. So this way the whole process is being recorded here. Thank you. Good morning. Myself Dr. Pintu Kumar. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the water cycle. Dear students, you are most welcome in this PG Department of Geography, Magad University, Bodh Gaya. Today we are just going to talk about the water cycle. This is a very important topic of the resources of geography, water resources and geography. First of all, we should have to know about that we have a very plenty of water in our earth system. It is about 75% water that is being surrounded to the 25% of the continental and land surface. But in spite of all this distribution of water, availability of and plenty of water around all of us, but we have a scarcity of the fresh and drinking water. We are much more aware that even single drop of water is not being wasted, not being disappear from here. But the matter is that water of the fresh water that is being changes into the impure and dirty water. So the whole lifestyles, whole circumstances, whole atmosphere, whole surrounding area is talking about to procurement, to preservation, management and restoration of the groundwater. So because as we know that our earth is a very important planet of this universe. Why? Because here is a sustainability of the life because of water, air, all these things. Water is important resource of the all living organism which is living on this earth surface, either aquatic to maintain the aquatic life system, terrestrial life system, anything what we are just watching happening around all of us. It is very important to procure and preserve the fresh and pure water. So that's why we are just talking here how the water cycle just give us a lot of information to change of the state of the water from liquid to gaseous, gaseous to solid, and again solid to gaseous and liquid forms. Here we just talk about the sun is the ultimate source of energy of the earth. Because of the sun rays, the earth surface take short wave radiations and long wave radiations, and during this, because of this heat process that we have already talked in the previous classes about the heat balance. So because of this sun rays, solar radiations, the whole water cycle is being influenced through this process. Firstly, just it's precipitate, we get lot of water. 75% of the oceanic area directly receive water through the rainfall or precipitations, and all these are being related with this. I am just going to explain these diagrams. Here this is the river. We just flow different types of river channels, streams, and then it rejuvenate and get the water from because of the melting of snow, different types of stream in the valley and mountains regions. When it just come in this way, we call it surface runoff. Just I am going to elaborate the water which is from solid to liquid forms. So this way, the water just snow melt from this mountainous regions, and again it's just recharged from the different types of the streams and different types of the valley, and it just flow on this surface, that we call it surface runoff. Somewhere, because the valley and mountainous region is not a flat area, it may be some of the depth, some of the ups and downs of the relief feature. So where is get some of the depth, then it again accumulate the water. It is being a storage. The water we are stored here and storage. So that's maintain this all this situation that we call it water tables. Again, it's just move in the forms of surface runoff, and during this plains area, it has lot of opportunity and possibility. It is already natural phenomena, then it precipitates, it percolates through the different types of holes, very teeny holes of the between the soil textures, and just it's percolate inside the earth surface, that we call it infiltrations. These are the very technical words, then you have to be very clear about these types of phenomena during this ground surface, because the crust of the earth surface is being formed due to the different types of the soils and air. So because of the infiltration, it again recharged. This is the whole water table that is being recharged by the due to the infiltration process of the groundwater. So in this way, if we just get some hard surface, then it flow under the, just we call it subsurface runoff, just behind, just beneath of the, just under the crust and surface of and flowing the water, then we call it subsurface runoff. So when we just it's just made up to the reservoir and a pond, then again it's accumulate water and again it just flow. So this is the process that we call it subsurface. Some of the groundwater table, then it is inside the very hard surface. It is not only up to the continent, but it can also find here just under the ocean. So this water is being called it groundwater outflow. In spite of all this, there is some of the crack in the hard surface, and again it percolate inside the earth surface, that we call it deep percolations. So this is the whole process that I am going to talk about, the surface flows and oceanic. Now this is the inside. I am just talking about the inside water cycle that is being infiltrated, that is being subsurface flow, groundwaters, water table. Just I am going to talk about the inside the surface, inside the earth surface. Now I am going to explain the outside upper portions of the surface, that is a part of atmosphere. Because of the sun rays, it directly evaporates from the oceans. A huge amount of water is being evaporated in the forms of water vapor, and just it's make and form the clouds after the condensations. So this is direct process. what here the receiving and just going from the ocean. But in the case of surface, there is a lot of possibility, there is a lot of process that is being involved in the evaporations. The evaporation is a process which the water change from liquid to gaseous form. So in this process, the evaporation is being taken when the precipitation occurs during the surface, then again from that precipitation then evaporates because of the sun rays, first case. Second, many huge water bodies which is on the earth surface in the forms of reservoirs, lakes, ponds, rivers, channels, all these are that it also evaporates from this surface, so that the evaporation also takes from the different types of the waters body which is available on the earth surface. Also, the subsurface flow, outflow evaporation that being take from the outflow. So this is the process, and some of the evaporation direct just take in the forms of motions of the different perspective. So this is the way, मतलब we can understand, है ना, बहुत सा सिंपल. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक दो लैंग्वेज, बोथ लैंग्वेज, जो हिंदी इंग्लिश समझना चाहिए. तो इसके बाद इवेपोरेशन यहाँ से ये होता है. We talk about in this next chapter just before explanation. Okay. So this is the way. Yeah. Stop.